No!
Again.
You gotta be freaking kidding me!
For season 3.
I don't understand.
The Multicoloured Talk Show with Steve Gerald and Eddie Hastings.
I don't know where they are.
Good morning.
Morning, everybody. I don't know where they are.
Welcome to level 3. Can you believe we're back in the old 60s bar?
I love the 60s bar.
It's cool, it's nice. We had a good night last night.
Oh, allegedly.
Really good. Yeah, you will notice I haven't had a shave.
Why are you not the shave?
Because I'm officially on my holidays. Yeah, I'm having a week off.
Eddie, you're having a week off. Can I tell you something?
What?
I've had 56 years off.
You haven't. You haven't.
According to people, I don't have a job.
How are you feeling now that we're in level 3?
I feel fantastic.
So I tell you how I feel? I feel like this. Like we're trapped.
We're caught in a trap.
Look at this. Look at this.
I
They've
can't
stuck
walk
us.
out
They've stuck us
because I love you.
in this
We're
bloody
not trapped.
prison.
There's
You
no
don't think
mask
so?
today. We're not wearing a mask, Eddie.
Oh, so let me untrap us.
We're not
Yeah.
wearing a mask.
Oh,
But I did notice coming down this morning, going to McDonald's, there seems to be more people wearing masks today.
I know.
I used to drive down and see people, no mask. Look around, no bloody mask. Today, everybody masks on apart from me.
We don't have to wear masks today.
No, masks are in the bin.
But there's things I can't understand about that.
Have we
to
said
be
good
honest.
morning yet? I missed
No.
that.
Well, you try and do it now.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Multicoloured Talk Show. I'm Steve Gerald and this is Eddie Hastings. We'll be with you for the next 1 hour talking absolute rubbish.
Yes, which is good. And we'll also be going to be talking absolute rubbish on XPTV1.
www.xptv1.com. We've got to say a few hellos.
Yeah, we will. And also, you can catch us on YouTube. And there's the little arrow that tells you, watch, here we go, little arrow.
Little arrow. That was Lippy Lee,
Little button.
who used to live in Benidorm.
He's a friend of ours.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, we know Lee. Good morning to Rob Taverner. How are you? Good morning, Rob. Jeff Fagan. Jeff, there.
That's who we're going to say hello to, isn't it?
Yes.
Our Jeff and Tracy, who
Jeff
are
and
over in
Tracy.
Tenerife right this minute. My sausage lady.
Which is great. Good morning, the Alki.
The Alkies
staff's
here.
off.
Staff's leaving the
off.
building, looking absolutely
See you.
lovely.
Are those?
Need my sunglasses.
Are you sure you've
So
not
I
seen-
lost my sunglasses. I
Yes,
brought them into
sunglasses.
the studio, to the 60s bar.
You look great. You need. See you
All right.
later. Oh, there you go. Staff's gone.
Well, I mopped the toilets out, Eddie, earlier, and I had them on then.
Oh, I'll tell you what we've done at 60s bar. We've extended the step in the toilet.
Yeah.
Everything's
I know, I
been
mopped
going
it. I
on.
mopped it. I wish your
Everything.
customers at night time with aim and fire.
Aim and fire.
Not that sounds somebody's name, isn't it?
It is.
Sounds like a good DJ name.
Yeah. Jane Maxico's safely home last night, Jane and Chris. It was a pleasure to have you in our establishments, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Lovely, lovely people. Jimmy Flynn, good morning, and
My sausage lady.
Larry Grayson.
Who's Larry Grayson?
They're calling you Larry
Well, they got me
Grayson.
anything they want.
Straight away. Well, good morning.
Can I just say, I seen somebody's breakfast this morning and it's just not me, Eddie.
No.
No.
What do you mean it's not?
Burnt bacon, right?
Yeah,
They've got toast.
yeah.
They've spreaded avocado on the toast and poached eggs on the top.
No way.
Yeah. I ain't going around to their house today.
Oh gosh, say no more. Good morning, Joe. Joe Armour's on, which is great. Wet and cold in Newcastle.
Oh,
And you had the, I'll quote, you had the bloody Egypt on yesterday.
that's unbelievable.
Can you believe
We're
that?
expecting 34 degrees today here in the south of
you
Tenerife.
make them feel as bad as you can.
34 degrees.
You make them feel as bad
I've
as
actually, you know, I went this morning, the first thing, 9 o'clock.
Where?
I went to the butcher's to get my lovely big pork chops.
Yeah.
And because I'm having a barbecue tomorrow. Because it's
Oh.
going to be really red hot. I've got 4 bottles of rosy wine in the fridge already. I'm well prepared.
That sounds dangerous to me.
No, it does. I'm locked in. I'm in locked in.
Yeah. You want to see that he hasn't got a house, he's got a compound. He locks in and that's it, end of. You don't see him again for love nor money.
You've got cameras up.
Yeah, got cameras up, but you don't use them for security, do you?
No.
Go on, Steve, rub it in. Yes, well he is. Which
That
is
reminds me. That reminds me of something else.
What?
This is when somebody says to me, "Go on, Steve, rub it in."
Oh,
Just
right.
remember- got-
Okay. Let's not go there.
No,
Let's
sure,
not go
sure.
there this morning. We got lots to talk about this morning.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, we have. We've got
Well,
lots to
I've
talk
nothing.
about. But on a bit of a sad note, we've got to say a fond farewell to our good friend David Tucker, who sadly died this week. Great chap, really good
I
chap.
saw Mr. Tucker. You saw what's called.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Irene came over and spent
She did,
some time
she
here
did.
not so long back. And when she got back, sadly, David passed away. So our condolences to Irene
Absolutely.
and her family. And we hope that everything is kind of smooth sailing for you from here on in. So, David, farewell and Godspeed.
Yeah.
So, let's see.
You'll
who
get
else.
there soon. You'll see him again
Yeah,
soon.
I'll see him again soon. What are you trying to say?
I'm not saying anything.
You cheeky
We'll
swine.
meet again. Don't worry.
Jane Baxter says it's 16.5 degrees, but she's not being accurate.
Are we
about
aware
it.
of the channel now?
We must be, I don't know. Everybody's telling us about the weather.
Well, that's British people for you.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Right, should we start? Should we do my subject?
I don't have a clue what he wants to talk about
No.
today, but I'm ready. As you all know, I'm fired up. I'm ready for anything. If it's the policeman who murdered Boy George, if it's not Boy George,
What?
what's his name?
What boy, George?
No, the other one.
It was George.
Floyd.
Floyd, yeah.
Floyd.
Can't remember his name.
Right, if it's him, we can handle it. If it's Mr. Hancock having sex with his secretary without telling his wife.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. No, I've seen the video of it.
No, you haven't watched him having sex. You saw him kissing and cuddling.
Is that not sex?
No, you've seen him kissing and cuddling in the passage. So I don't think...
Whose
that-
passage?
Well, I don't think it was a first date, because you never kissed in the passage on the first date, do you?
Okay.
So, you know, it depends.
Yes, Jane, alright.
Right, now, well, good
Get the
morning,
shopping
Jane.
list. I'm on to the shopping list.
Oh, yeah, David Barton, good morning.
Good
yeah.
evening.
We get some great new names turning up on a Saturday morning.
Fabulous names.
It's fabulous.
Not like us, boring old names.
Yeah, but the thing is, once you turn up and watch us, it's a contractual law
It's
that you
addictive.
must tell all your friends about
It's
us.
addictive.
Simple as that, isn't
Yes.
it?
Can we just point out as well, remember the little talk about we had, I forgot to tell everybody, the good news was, somebody asked me last night and I said, yes, it never happened. Remember we were talking about Jack, your son's birthday was coming up,
Oh, yeah,
and he was talking about tattoo.
yeah. Never got one.
Never got one. Do you know what we got him? Do you know what we got him?
What do you mean we?
Oh, well, yeah.
Where's the we come
Well.
from here? Yeah,
Bought him a fridge.
yeah. He said, we said, what do you want for your birthday? He
Yeah.
says, Dad, I'd love a fridge. And I'm thinking, a fridge? Well, it turns out that it's from a flash perspective, isn't it? It's like,
But I never got, oh, thanks for that, Steve, for talking Jack out about having a tattoo.
no, but you talked him into a fridge.
Well, it's better than a fridge than a bloody tattoo, isn't it?
So
you can get
now-
rid of a fridge easier than getting rid of a tattoo.
You should actually
My arse is sore on this chair.
Well, thank you. Have you not
It's just
got
got a bar still.
You need one of them
You want it?
rings.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get you one of them rings. So I'll tell you what he's got now. You should see his bedroom. It's like a blooming office, to be honest. He's got televisions everywhere, and now he's got this lovely
Pool table.
glass fronted. Yeah, he's got a pool table.
Got a pool
isn't
table in his
it?
bedroom.
And air hockey.
Air
as well.
hockey, yeah, we're getting that next week.
Yeah, no, he's got it.
I know, but I'm saying I played pool with him last night.
Down at the shack.
Yeah, and next week says he's going to bring the air hockey.
Air hockey next week. But underneath, he's now got a lovely glass-fronted fridge full of chocolate and Coke and stuff like this.
Fabulous.
But that's this year. Next year he's 18. So
Beer.
it's beer, wine, spirits.
Young people don't drink as we did. Do you know that?
No, but I mean,
I've noticed that in Tenerife. I don't know. Obviously, I don't know. UK is completely different, obviously, but over here, you know, when we were young, Eddie,
Yeah.
you couldn't wait because you. I mean, I started drinking. I think I don't know, 16, 17. We all did it in those days.
Yeah.
Trying to get to pubs when you were 12.
Yeah.
Over here, they don't have that. They don't have that. Oh, got drunk last night. 16, 17. They don't have it. I mean, Jazz got friends. 19. I don't mention his name. Jonathan, lovely guy. Jonathan's 19. Doesn't drink.
Joe, not with your tongue down the throat either. He's talking about Nick Hancock in the passage.
All right.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was a first date either. But I'll tell you what happened when we were kids, right? When you were growing up, you would be introduced to the bar, to the local bar, and you would virtually be taught how to drink. Because the older people in the bar, they'd say, there you go, son, there's half. And you'd start, and they'd say, no, slow down,
Your
slow
family,
down.
I don't know if I told it on the show. I told somebody recently, talking about, I think it was Jack or something. Somebody's birthday come up. I said, oh yeah, your dad used to take you for your first pint.
Yeah.
When you were 18.
Yeah, that
My
was
dad
right.
took Philip Schofield, took Raymond Dialke. But Raymond Dialke was already in the pub before my father got there anyway, like 4 years before. And then he took me. You know what I had?
What?
I had a sherry. I did. I
You had a
did.
sherry?
In this man's pub in Glasgow.
Right, listen,
Can I just see
guys.
what Holly told me this morning?
Can I just do something? I've done something really stupid on the studio this morning. Well, I forgot to press a button, so I'm just going to press that one and do that. Okay, so we're back. Sorry, I've just corrected my error. You know, we couldn't have a show without something going wrong.
I says to Holly this morning, do I look gay? And she says to me, she says, Steve, you've always been out. When you were born, you were out.
Yeah.
I took quite offensive to that.
Well, I wouldn't be offended because, I mean, at the end of the day, if you were to come out, you'd actually be going back in, wouldn't you? Yeah. Are you coming out? No, I'm going back in. Yeah, simple as that. So, good morning to Margaret Latham. Good to Leanne. Good to see you guys. Malibu and milk. What the hell is that? No, I like
Yes.
half a mile. Half a mile. There you go, Rob.
Malibu and milk. Is that from one of my stories? Many years ago, milk used to be in.
You got COVID?
No, I've got them injections.
I've had both of mine.
Yeah, we've never had the end of it, have we?
No.
I've got a badge. I've got my badge. I forgot to bring it.
You don't get a COVID badge.
I bloody do. I got one.
No way.
Yeah, I'll bring it next week.
Yeah, bring it.
I'll
next
bring
week.
it.
I want to see.
I'm going to bring it.
I want to see.
I'll bring it.
I want to see. Paddy's one.
Paddy's one. Yeah, Malibu milk, beautiful drink. Tia Maria milk, another beautiful drink. It's just to stay healthy when you're getting drunk.
Getting old.
No, healthy.
Yeah, sure, right, okay.
Right.
So, here's
We
my...
nearly finished the show. We haven't got his topic yet.
Yeah, point of everything.
Well, that's John. John, morning, John.
Everybody's coming up with the way they used to start drinking. I mean, I remember I actually,
Ain't that heavy? It's
on my
disgusting.
18th birthday, I got my first bar job at the Newton, on the Newton Road in Great Bar. And 18 years old, I wasn't even drinking as such. I mean, I was, but illegally I wasn't. 18th birthday, straight in there, got myself a bar job. Brilliant. And kids don't do that either now, do they? They don't go looking for jobs.
Nobody wants to.
I don't know.
Your
Say
son
no.
Jack does, though.
Oh, he does.
Works for
Absolutely.
Elvis. I'll give you credit where credit's due.
Tracy half a lager and lime. Ray the Elky lager and lime.
Did he do?
Brown ale and a whiskey chaser. Fantastic.
Well, that's Newcastle, though, isn't it? Brown ale, whiskey chaser. Well, you were 18, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Whiskey chaser, Bacardi breezers.
Bacardi Breeder, hangover in a bottle. That's true, isn't it?
Yeah, they're
I
disgusting.
tell you what, we used to drink a lot. Mackie and Vinto.
I don't know that.
Well, it was Mackison was a dark
Sweet
beer.
stout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you used to mix it with a Vinto, Mackie
Yeah.
and Vinto. Brilliant. Man's brown ale. See, all these.
That's later on, like when we were younger, like 14, 15, it was cider, wasn't it?
Yeah, cider was a.
The
big
alky used to
thing.
steal my mum's martini.
What was that? White lightning. That was a
That was
cider.
cider, that was later
yeah.
on, that came later
Yeah.
on. We were drinking out of the co-op.
Jeff a glass of wine behind the altar.
Nice one, Jeff. Yes,
Did you
yes.
get some bread with it as well?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Well,
a mouthful.
I bet. Sorry. You're losing that. Man's bread. But you don't see any of these beers anymore. I mean, it was Carlsberg leg openers. What a great one that was. But the stuff you don't see. When we opened the bar, we did get hold of some cherry bees. Do you remember cherry bees?
No.
And we got hold of some baby sham as well.
Baby Shack. There's certain drinks I don't sell in the Chicken Shack.
But barley wine should be one of them because that's lethal.
It's easy. Joseph Tea Rain Milk, beautiful drink. There's a couple of drinks I don't sell to Eddie.
Go on.
Number one, Southern Comfort. Reminds me of my ex-sister-in-law.
What's that then?
Southern Comfort, the smell of Southern Comfort reminds me of her.
Does it?
Yeah, I don't ask me, Philip Schofield will explain it. Every time I smell Southern Comfort, it reminds me of her. That's why he divorced her.
Really?
So I don't sell Southern Comfort.
Good.
I don't sell tequila.
Yeah.
I don't sell that.
Because you don't know the words to the song.
No, there's only one word to the song. Linda Miller. No, he died from tequila.
He died from tequila.
Yes, he died from tequila. And number three, I don't sell Campari.
Campari.
Yeah.
That's horrible stuff, though.
The only posh people drink Campari.
Yeah. Well, there you go. You got a bottle of Lambrini down the park at 15, says Jimmy Flynn. What else was there? Blastaway, Diamond White, Castaway. Oh, there's loads of them. Brandon Babysham.
This is not even a subject.
No, it's really
We're out of time. Get on
It's
your...
fantastic. Pims.
Oh, I love Pims.
No.
The Alky never drunk Pims in his life.
Yeah, but you know, Pims, that's another posh drink, isn't it?
I love Pims in the summer.
I love Pims,
I
number
love
one. Yeah.
loads of fruit.
Breakers. Good grief. There's
Those
loads.
breakers.
Oh, they were great. You could get drunk.
Can't believe the Alky's going on about Pims in Glasgow.
Ah, well.
No way.
Right, we're coming close to part one, which is amazing because I haven't even started this subject yet. We mentioned earlier that we both had second jabs.
Yes.
By the way, who are you today?
I don't know, you called me funny names.
Was it Pink Spiv?
Or something like that.
I think it was the Pink Spiv. Well, it's your vote that got
I've
it.
got a... What you call it?
I don't know.
I can't remember what you call it.
What's Jimmy going on there? Eddie, there is your new beer menu. I'm not putting all that on a menu. Are you mental? Saying how what? Grew hairs on your chest, diamond white. Good morning, Darren. How are you? Which is great. But there was loads of stuff. And
What's grey hairs on your chest got to do with it?
well, grew hairs, not grey hairs. Where's your, put your glasses on. Oh. I thought, look, he looks like Alan Wicker in pink now. But there you go.
Oh, it does as well.
Yeah, it doesn't. It says grew, not grow.
I know.
Ian Clark, good morning from the riverbank.
Oh, he's back on the river.
Rob Taverner, Thunderbird. What a wine that was. That was great, wasn't it? Back to my subject. We've done our second jab now. And I took Holly up yesterday for her second jab.
In the Magnum
In
Centre.
the Magna Centre. Magma Centre.
No, the Magnum.
Magma.
Oh,
Magnum's an ice cream, isn't it?
He's a detective.
Yeah, he is. P.I.
Yes.
That's him. But she went and was told to go to table one. Well, she met the most horrible woman on the planet. To the point where Holly was reduced to tears. Now, Holly had got a mask on. She was a bit, nervous about having the jab. And,
This was first or second.
second jab.
All right.
But this woman was dreadful. And Holly's learning Spanish. And I'm sure this is the same for a lot of you guys. Holly's learning Spanish.
Well, not in England.
No,
Don't learn Spanish in England,
no,
do
but
they?
we have people that are living here. And what I'm
Right.
saying is, this woman spoke English, but she hadn't got the common decency to help. And she just reduced Holly to tears. And all I'm saying is, a little bit of bedside manners. You're going through a situation, pandemic, injections and everything. You should be helping
Is
each
this a
other.
bit of racism, do you think?
No, I don't think.
Was it racism?
No.
Maybe
I
the
don't.
lady's having a bad day. We're all having bad days.
Maybe.
Maybe.
But, if you're there to do a job, you've got to do it with compassion.
Yeah.
I mean, you're throwing chemicals into people
Yeah.
who are reserved about it.
But you've got to look at the lady's point of view. This is a foreigner.
Yeah,
It's a
well,
foreigner,
but-
isn't it? It's like somebody, the English doctor in England, and some Pakistani bloke coming in and wanting, and he's going, there he goes, taking my vaccine off us people.
Yeah,
So I don't know.
Well, I can't see it. There could be a number
I had
of
a
reasons.
lovely time.
Yeah.
Anywhere I go, I have a lovely time.
Yeah.
I went there twice.
You enjoyed walking up without a mask on today. He was coming up to the studio, Eddie, no mask. I haven't got a
I
mask.
nearly get ran over.
That's unbelievable.
Ran me
Crazy.
over.
Right, well, listen, guys.
Yeah, so you're worried about your injections.
Yeah, listen, it's one of them things. Ollie was really upset.
Yeah, I can understand why.
But, it's, and then our day was lifted. We went and did the show at the wine bar, and we had an absolutely fabulous
I think
day.
everybody watching us at the moment, I'll say, Eddie, I'm going to take a guess. I'm good at guessing. 80% of our viewers have all been vaccinated.
Yeah, I reckon.
I reckon, I know so. Rumour has it coming out, the media, and I've been in the rush area this morning. I had to go to Mercadona dressed like this, and someone tried to offer me money.
Yeah.
Thought it was a circus act or something. What am I talking about?
I have no idea.
Oh, rumours coming out. I
That's right.
can't find it, Eddie. Apparently, from the 17th of July, anybody coming from an amber country going back to the UK, as long as you've been vaccinated, no quarantine.
Yeah.
And Bloody can't find
We
it.
have to verify that before we put that out there.
Yeah.
But Tracy's asking, are we allowed out now without face coverings in Tenerife?
Yes, Tracy, you are. Have it with you, though. Have it with you. If you've got to go into Mercadona, Lidl, you've got to go into a bar, restaurant. You're not actually, because our inside's all closed anyway, so you won't be allowed in. One of the weirdest things, Eddie, I've been talking to people this week, and big thanks to Ed, but great watcher. He doesn't talk because he's on a witness protection. We'll just call him Ed. But he is, though. He is a lovely guy.
He's on witness
He is.
Oh.
So our Ed mentioned something to me, and he's absolutely spot on, Eddie. And I looked at Mercadona this morning. I was in. Let's go way back to March 2020, Eddie. Right.
When we first went to
Where we all started. This virus started. Everybody like put down your breakfast, put down that avocado, Tracy. Listen to me. And way back in the beginning, we were told the virus stays on surfaces.
Yeah.
Do you remember? Stays on metal 72 hours. It stays on wood 48 hours. Do you remember?
Yeah.
We had to clean everything.
Yes.
Do you remember?
Yes.
We went to supermarkets. The little guy was there with his little spray. He was spraying the handles of all the trolleys. We had to wear gloves because the virus was staying on surfaces. It wasn't airborne. We didn't have masks on, Eddie.
Yeah, go on.
Didn't we? With gloves.
Yeah, gloves.
Now, as we progressed, nobody washes the trolleys in Mercadona.
Oh,
Nobody.
I do.
Wait, they don't, it's not on surfaces
Oh, no,
anymore.
that's-
They're telling you it was airborne. That's why we have to wear masks. From being on surfaces, we went to bloody airborne in 4 months.
Yeah.
Do these scientists know what they're talking about, Eddie?
Oh, I don't know, but there's that many different variants. There's a new one now, the Lambda. The Lambda
not seen that
variant.
one.
Yeah. Well, we had Delta. Well, we had Indian, which went to Delta,
Oh,
and then it went Delta Plus. But I've seen reports today that there's one called Lambda. But we will get back
Is
to
that
it.
airborne or on surfaces?
I have no idea.
But how can a scientist tell me a virus is staying on surfaces and I've got to clean this, I've got to get special alcohol and we're all cleaning everything, remember? Wearing our gloves, no masks, and then 4 months down the line, we're not cleaning everything
Well, listen,
and masks are on.
in essence...
And now the masks are off, so
Listen.
we're back on surfaces.
Listen, we're just about to go to a break. So, in essence, from today, you can walk around the streets without a mask. You can't go inside of restaurants or bars,
They're closed.
and you can only have 4 to a table. Simple as that. Well, that's it. End of part 1. We'll be back in part 2 with more absolute rubbish.
Things can only get better, and that's the theme for this week's Late Night with Monica Price, as I catch up with Pete Cunner and Al Mackenzie from the 90s hit pop rock band D-Ream. The pair were introduced at the legendary house and techno music club The Brain in Soho, London, and D-Ream was born. They have gone on to have a UK #1 hit with Things Can Only Get Better, as well as 8 more top 40 hits from 3 albums, 2 of which made the top 5. The new album, Open Hearts, Open Minds, is exactly what D-Ream fans have been waiting for since that very first smash hit. And I talked to them both about their success so far and their plans for the future. Come and join me this week on Late Night with Monica Price.
Things can only get better.
Hey, hello again. Welcome back to part 2. I tell you what, it's big TV ones doing so good. You don't go on that one. To the total, Leandro.
What's the other one? Blame the vegetarians and the R. No quarantine is not official yet.
Oh, no, we're catching up from part 1. Yeah, like we said, Stevie's come across this news item that says that from the 15th.
In Spanish.
Yeah, we don't know. It's just a leak at the moment. You know,
Leak?
Yeah, national emblem of Wales. It's just a leak at the moment. Yes, it is important to say, John, no masks outside, providing that you can maintain a 1.5 metre distance from the nearest person. That doesn't matter if you're in the same household, obviously. It's just people in the street. But you still have to have your mask with you, don't you, Steve?
You have to carry your mask. I've got my mask. I always carry it in my pocket, just in case there's the bank open. and I put it on.
There you go.
There we go. Eddie, I'm talking. People talk because we went into level 3. We're officially in level 3 now for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it's caused one of the biggest upsets in Tenerife's history. There's actually even a court case now about it, Eddie. All the bars and restaurants of Tenerife, the association, are now denouncing the government.
Yeah.
Right? And they want the bars inside open because this is summer and we need to make the money. If we don't make the money now, a lot of people are going to go under.
Yeah.
And there's only one other place in the whole of Spain, Eddie, is actually successfully sued the government. In Catalonia. Catalonia sued the government, an area of Catalonia, and then the judge says, no, open up inside. And it was illegal. So what's happened last night was the Association of Hosteria have denounced the government here.
Wow.
Yes. So they're going to court. So let's see what happens. They might win because they've actually got a point. They've got a great point, Eddie. I'm not a lawyer, but a great point. We've got the numbers somewhere, Eddie. We've got the numbers. We've got somewhere. So basically, there's no proof whatsoever, Eddie, right? No proof whatsoever that people are catching the virus inside bars and restaurants because most bars and restaurants, I say over 99% of bars and restaurants are abiding by the law. And they have the distance, the 2 meters from the tables, people wearing the mask, go to the toilets, etc. Oh, we've got the list. You know what I mean, Eddie? Yeah. Bars and restaurants are making up the numbers. When we start looking, you see this, you start to see these numbers. These are the cases we've got in the whole of Tenerife. Santiago Tide at the moment have got 0. We had 2. There's where Santiago Tide is somewhere down there, isn't it? We had 2. But it's now 0. There's at the bottom, Santiago Tide. Tigeronte 4. You see these numbers. This is the cases of we've got the whole of Tenerife. Absolute bugger all. Arico, nothing. Arona is the site of Los Cristianos area. 3 cases they've got down there. Let's go further down. La Laguna, 177. Santa Cruz, the capital, what's that saying? 349. They're the serious numbers. Why the serious numbers? Because this is where all the young people have been gathered. There's been parties on the beach in Teresitas. Last weekend, 300 people, Eddie, on the beach. The police couldn't call.
These figures are accurate as of when?
As last week.
So this is what it looks like. The majority of Tenerife.
Yeah.
The figures are so low. It's only when you get to San Cristobal,
La Laguna, the university town up the north, and the capital, Santa Cruz. You see the numbers. That's where the cases are. They've been having parties there. You students. There's supposed to be only 6 to a party. Yeah. There's been raids up there, 30, 40 people in houses, private little doos, on the beaches at night time. The Fiesta San Juan was last Wednesday night. Police up there again, breaking parties up, Eddie. Yeah. Unbelievable. So that's why the Hosteria are taking the government to court. Because there's no proof whatsoever that the cases are coming out of bars and restaurants. They're all coming from young people, right, who are having these illegal little parties.
And do you know what was interesting the other day?
What's that?
The mayor of Santa Cruz actually went on record saying, it's not us. It's not us.
I met him, I know, he's a creep. I'll tell you, I don't care, he's a creep. Bermudez, his name's Bermudez. He's about he's 2 inches off being a midget. and that's fact.
Way to get us into court.
I don't give a monkey shooter. Never liked a guy. Yeah, I went to Madrid with him many years ago. It's a long story. I'll explain it in court.
Yeah, but this is what's being said by the mayor. It's not us, but the figures bear out.
It's the fact that Jesus, the figures are there, Eddie. Yeah. When they're on the beach, so they're closing beaches off, etc., because of these young people. And the other side of the argument, Eddie, I can't blame them. Yeah. We were young.
Yeah, we were.
You know what I mean?
We were young, we used to go and do things we shouldn't. But, we're in the middle of a pandemic. And
the problem is,
it's education. That's what it is.
The problem is, I explained to somebody the other day, Eddie, when we were young, we lost our virginities in the 20s. Kids nowadays are losing their virginity at schools.
Where are we going with this?
Nowhere. I'm just saying, young people now party more, have sex more, do drugs, do drinking more. They have, you know what I mean? We didn't do that. We would go and get drunk, wherever, at the park, and go home. We weren't giving each other one, were we?
No.
Well, Some of us were.
Maybe,
right?
Who knows?
I mean, where am I going with this? I don't know where I'm going with anything, Eddie. I just opened my mouth and it comes out. I just insulted the mayor of Santa Cruz.
I don't know where you've done it. I don't know how that one came in.
I don't know, it just came out. On behalf of the Multicoloured Talk Show, can we send our apologies to the mayor of Santa Cruz?
Hang on a second, I'm listening for the sirens.
I still like a curry.
They've probably got us GPS tagged with the
Right,
secret police are coming down.
They're looking for a pink man.
Yeah. Right, listen guys, we went on a walk around this week.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I can't remember where we went.
Oh, I remember where we went. I bloody remember.
Shall we take a look at the walk around?
Oh dear.
Shall we?
Go on.
Let's have a look at the walk around. Well, a very good morning. Welcome to our walkabout. I'm not sure if he's happy. Look.
I'm here.
Yeah, you
I
don't.
don't believe what's going on, Eddie.
I know you don't look very happy, does
No,
it?
of course I'm not happy.
What's the matter with you?
Because you don't know what happened there.
What?
So I've come down in my car, he's come down in his car, and I'm here. So I phoned him up, where are you, Eddie? I'm at the market. I said, I'm at the market. He said, no, I'm at the market. What market? I said, Place San Juan market. He said, so am I. Where are you? I said, I'm at the entrance. So am I. Took us 20 minutes.
To find each other.
And there's nobody here.
So good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the walkabout. We've
Charlie's
come to-
here.
Yeah, Charlie's always
At the market, he's getting worried, he's shaking, look at him.
We're here in Place San Juan. We've come to take
The reason
a
why
look.
we've come here, tell the reason why we've come here.
Well, I don't know. You just told me to turn up.
Oh, because Thursday this week is the 24th of June. It's the day of San Juan.
Well, there you go. I didn't know this, you see.
Yeah, it's a local fiesta, and there'll be a local fiesta in Guisiora because this place San Juan. In Santiago Taide we don't have that fiesta.
So we've come down to look at the market, and I've got to say, yeah, it's a bit early, but we're still going to take a look. There's music all over the place, so...
All I'm saying is, there's markets, and there's Place San Juan market.
Yeah. Shall we go and take a look?
Let's go have a look and see what
Let's
they're
go and have a
selling.
look.
Pardon me?
Yes, of course I'm recording. Let's go take a look. This is Place San Juan
Dogs
market.
here.
Yeah. This is, it's very fruit and veg orientated.
Yeah, I think that's what they're doing, isn't it, Eddie? They're not doing the full market. But we're going in. Let's see what they're selling. I've been in markets all over the world, haven't I? You know that, Eddie. We've arrived. I don't know how they're going to do this with the masks. Here we go. We're going in.
Definitely. One way in, one way out.
He looks important. So what they're doing here, Eddie, it's all the local fincas and farms of Guisiora, and they have the opportunity to come down here once a week to sell, which they're doing. Am I talking, Eddie?
Yes.
Look, lovely cheese. You're missing all this. This is all locally grown and locally made. Made from Marico. Lovely goat's cheese.
They don't grow cheese. The fruit and veg is beautiful.
Onions, plenty of onions this time of the year, Eddie. Loads of onions.
Everyone has masks on and everything.
Yeah.
Which is great. Tartars, flans. And then all the veg is fantastic here, and this is all locally grown.
Yeah. We've got the guy in there. Look at this, Eddie. Lovely wine. Fila Flora. Famous for its white wine. Loads of awards, yeah, Vila Flora. Also recently, a wine in Eco de los Vinos just won a great award as well for the Canary Islands.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah.
And they got preserves and jams and honeys and...
As you know, there's two honeys in Tenerife. Do you know this, Eddie? You've got the beer honey, which this is, but then you've got the palm honey from the tree. And the European government are trying to stop the Canadian government calling it honey. You couldn't make it up.
What?
Because they say it's not honey. Honey comes from a bee. And the Canary Islands have two honeys, one from the bee and one from the palm tree. Like rum miel.
amazing.
Amazing.
And all the people are down here selling the produce, and it's great. It's a really nice
Atmosphere, old school, isn't
I've got to
it?
say, it's well
Where did this come
thought
from? Where did this come from?
out.
There's always junk at everyone, isn't there?
Craft
Is
soap.
that craft soap? Lovely.
Yeah. I've got to say, it's really well sorted because it's socially distanced. It's all roped off. You can't approach the stalls.
You're not allowed to touch anything.
You can't touch anything. You have to wear a mask. There's one way in, one way out. But it's super. There are flower sellers as well.
Nice. From Giasiona, local flower seller.
Give me a soda.
I think it's great, Eddie, they're giving the local farmers that opportunity to come down here.
We're going to have a look a bit further round in.
Yeah, it's down to the square.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get away from the music.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
It seems to be a lot more busy around here.
Yeah, but
Isn't
I
it?
think a lot of that is because it's market day.
Probably.
Yeah. Which is great.
There's an old saying in Tenerife, Eddie, they say, mucho persona, poco gente. It's translated to English. What is it? A lot of people, but no people.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
So yeah, this is
Oh, nice and quiet around here.
yeah, that's nice. A lot of building work going on at the moment.
Always.
We're
Changing the old buildings to the new buildings.
we're going to pop down here. So you got the market going on there, but the rest of Place and one.
And the underground car park new.
Yeah.
Maybe a lot of people haven't seen the new square. That was the new square we were on. People
Yeah, it
remember
was.
the old square.
Yeah.
Yeah, completely
That's it.
different.
You get away from the market area, and there's very little going on in Player Sam 1. But you know, it's
We've walked away from the square into quietness, haven't we?
yeah, it's just Jake. Oh, there's a dog barking. There's a dog barking there.
We don't mind dogs barking.
No, we don't.
So it's nice. Tomorrow will be a fiesta. As I don't know if you know, Eddie, but traditionally there would be bonfires on the beach.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yeah.
But they're all been banned, obviously, for the COVID since last year. And there's an old tradition as well that if you want something bad to happen to somebody, you write the name on a piece of paper and you shove it in the fire, and then you run and jump over the fire. Did you know that?
You better go and get yourself a notepad.
I've been typing all night. I've been scoring names in a telephone book.
Yeah. So we're a short step away from from the market and the new square, but we've come down to have a look at the beach
The little
now.
beach, yeah.
There are kind of two beaches here, and they're kind of separated by the jetty there. But this is like beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Not many people on the beach. In fact, it's a little bit, if you can see, it's a little bit overcast.
It is a little bit today.
But
Today being the third day of summer as well, isn't it?
yeah, third day of summer, it's overcast. Unbelievable. But the scenery here is
Outstanding.
oh, absolutely brilliant. And you can see there's a white row of marker buoys there, and that means the boats can't come any closer to the shore. And it leaves quite a large area
Makes it safer for the swimmers.
for people who swim.
Yeah, jet skis, nothing's coming in over there, so you naturally know.
It's really good. Do you come down and swim here?
I don't, Eddie, funny enough, I'm not a big beach person in this area. For the one reason, I don't like the sand. You see that?
Yeah, it's a little bit.
I don't like it. I don't like playing around the beach. I'm not into black sand, to be honest with you.
And I'm going to show you something now that really gets Stevie's goats. Really, really gets Stevie's goats.
going now?
This.
Yeah.
That's what gets Stevie's goat.
Yeah.
People come along with the dogs, and they just don't.
Not just one, Eddie. We're not going to show you. We've passed quite a few. There's one behind Eddie, and some further up there. Yeah, Player San Juan. We've got the police up there. The problem is not the dog owners, is it? I'm blaming the police. Get out there. Give them a fine.
Well, yeah, but
And that's it.
yeah, but a dog owner has to be responsible.
Oh, yeah, but yeah, I didn't mean... I don't blame the dog. I don't blame the dog.
So, this is it.
Fine them.
This is Player San Juan.
We've come down here because you don't want me to come down here.
Well, it's a bit out of our area, a bit out of our zone, but
Pretty scary, isn't it?
fantastic.
We got some funny looks, didn't we, Eddie, with the Charlie
Yeah.
business.
Oh, Charlie! Somebody thought Charlie was up for sale in the market.
And then realised it was me. I was up for sale.
Yeah. It's really nice. Holly and I come down here. We've done a bit of swimming down here, but it is cold. Oh, at the
I
moment.
know the restaurants
freezing.
here are quite popular, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah. You get to one of these restaurants
They're not cheap.
in the summer. They're not cheap, but they're great. I mean, they're well used and everything.
Not as cheap as the 60s bar
Or the chicken
or the
shack.
chicken shop.
Oh,
But you're paying front line, is it? Anywhere in the world, any front line, always
Yeah.
more expensive.
yeah.
It's
So-
surprisingly very quiet, isn't it?
Yeah, I think once you get away from the market area,
Yeah.
and the market really is, it's more or less locals at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very few tourists there, isn't there? I always remember the funny story about they built the car park further along there, do you remember?
Yeah, yeah.
Right on the beach. And what happened with a big rainfall?
I
And
know.
all the cars ended up in the sea. I should laugh, actually.
I've got to say, once you get away from the market area, though,
Yeah.
Place everyone is really quite deserted. But that's not unusual at the moment, is it? We're still
Certainly
waiting
is not.
for all the restrictions to be lifted so that we can.
It's been on the
get back
news
to
all
work.
week.
Yeah.
Ashley's phone ringing.
Yeah.
Bob, his missus looking for him. Where are you? Sent you out an hour ago to get some bread.
Yeah.
We'll know more this Saturday. We'll be live this Saturday. We'll know more about it because it's got the big meeting today, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, no, they've postponed it until tomorrow. So the big meeting is tomorrow, and then we'll know. But I've got to say, at the moment, the figures are rising here in Tenerife.
Yeah, but the problem is, isn't it? And everybody knows it, it's the young people.
Yeah.
The young people up in Teresa's Beach in the north of Santa Cruz.
Yeah, unless that is
200, 300 people the weekend there partying.
I know. We're never going to shift it. And now we've got a new variant starting again,
In India.
yeah, which is called the Delta Plus. So
Are we ever going to get out of this?
you can't make it up, can you?
No.
You can't make it
I
up.
don't know.
But nevertheless,
I just give it up, really, I think.
we will still be here, won't we,
Oh,
Steve?
yeah, we've not gone anywhere.
We're gonna carry
until we
on
get our new
talking to you.
passports of the British government, which looks dodgy anyway.
Yeah.
And the good news about the driver's license today, we'll tell you more about that as well.
Yep, there's
on
loads
my
going
little
on.
talk a bit.
It's all going on a little bit later on in the show. In the meantime,
We're off to
going
the
back-
market.
No, well, we're going to the market.
I'm going up to. I'm going to buy some stuff.
You know,
I'm going to buy some cheese. I like goat's cheese, homemade.
I would get yourself some potatoes for chips at the chicken shack.
Oh, they're off. They're giving it, eh? Buenos dias. Oh, she's lovely, isn't she?
Yeah.
Everybody's lovely, Puerto San Juan.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're not lovely in Puerto
Well, they're
Santiago.
lovely everywhere.
Aren't they?
But in the meantime, we're going back to the studio. We'll see you in
See you
2.
soon.
We've just been looking at the comments.
I've got to read this out.
Read it out.
So we're going around the market. Where is it? Where is it?
There is it.
Rob Taverner. I miss those big onions.
Where's
Where's that from?
What is he talking
Wait a minute.
about?
Oh, I miss the beaches. I miss the sunshine.
Oh, yeah.
I miss my sangria. Oh no.
Oh,
Our Rob.
the big onions.
God.
Oh dear. Still,
The tourist board will interview him.
Yeah,
What's the
listen.
best thing about Tenerife, Rob?
Big onions.
The big onions.
Still to come on the show, Stevie's subject. It's about somebody called
No, I'm not.
Freddie Doodah.
Freddie Flintstone.
I have no idea. We'll see it after this.
Join us at 60s Bar in Los Gigantes for games, quizzes, karaoke and much, much more. We are located just down the steps in front of the pharmacy. A friendly, local pub, perfect for you and your family. 60s Bar, Los Gigantes.
Are you looking for a great night out? Then visit the Chicken Shack in Puerto Santiago. To find out more, find them on Facebook at Chicken Shack Fan Club. For reservations and takeaway orders, call 922-862-459. The Chicken Shack, Puerto Santiago.
Do like an advert, don't they?
I like it, Andrew.
That's our second week
Oh,
for
listen,
adverts.
before we get to your subject, can I ask? I've got a question. I've got a really serious question. Yeah, super serious question.
What?
Who is this?
Oh yeah, there he is. That's Philip Schofield.
What's he doing?
He wanted to come on holiday and he's been counting all his money. I'd said the flights have only been £7.99 one way. So it's like 15 quid return, innit? No,
Yeah.
£16. They now went out, I checked today, they're up, they're £10 each way, so it's 20 quid. And he says to me, don't book anything, let me count my money. So he emptied his jar out and he's counted all his money. That's a Scottish thing. Do you do that?
No, but I mean, look at you and look at him. You're virtually identical. I mean,
Well, I'm not. He's got bloody grey hair.
yeah, but I mean, facial features from brothers. That's amazing.
No, he was adopted.
No,
What are
listen.
you on about?
Listen, I know Phil. He's a good lad. He's a wholesome, clean, living bloke. Not like this one.
Where'd you get that from?
Who's that, Steve?
Where'd you get that from?
Who's that, Steve?
It's me.
It's you.
I went to sleep. I fell asleep.
Yeah, you look like you're asleep, mate. You look hammered.
I was drunk that night.
You were drunk that night.
I
You
drunk.
were
Somebody drunked me.
Yeah,
Just got my first fish. Well done, 18 class out fishing. Got his first fish.
Great, go on, mate.
His son's just joined the army.
Yeah, yes.
I just hope to God that Brit doesn't go to war because we're going to lose this one. Craig's in the army. He should join the Salvation Army.
Come and join us. Come and join us.
Oh dear.
We love the Salvation.
Oh, we do.
How did you manage to get that hammered? Look at it. I mean, you were just.
How come you can't zoom in?
Oh, it's just as well we can't zoom in.
You know where I am?
Where?
I'm down some back street in Bangkok.
I'm glad you said that right.
Yeah. That's for that picture. They
Unbelievable.
actually took my phone off me
I
and took the picture. I didn't even know they'd taken the picture.
I'd have took your identification, your wallet, and bloody
They didn't know.
everything.
Thai people are not like that. Thai people are not like Scousers.
Oh, where are you gonna get?
They put me in a taxi and sent me home and everything. Lovely people they were. Lovely. They wouldn't do that.
They said, no, Tracy said that looks like Jeff last Saturday night.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
yeah.
do like a good drink, those two.
Hold
don't
on,
they?
Ian Clark has not got his fish in the basket yet.
No, he's not in yet. It means the son, Craig's not in the army.
Oh, I thought he was talking
The
about
fish,
landing
the
his
fish
first
is in the basket.
Oh, right,
But
okay.
the son, Craig, he's just applied to the army. I
Yeah.
thought he just went in straight away.
Hang on, what's Joe saying? Should be there next week. Sadly, have to cancel. See you in January, guys, with some tea bags and sausages for Steve. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Oh,
Oh, look, he's silly.
I just hope I've got enough.
He's-
Tracy's sausages were lovely.
Were they?
And Jess got lovely sausage as well.
Has it?
Yes, they were really nice. They're
That's-
from Derbyshire.
That's a really...
And
just a
Ian
fair
Clark's coming over next month. He's won the free holiday. Not the free holiday, the free
Yeah.
meal in the chicken shack.
Yeah, free drinks in
The
the
free drink in the 60s.
Yeah.
That's why we stopped to climb the ladder.
That's it.
Everybody else carried on up, didn't they? Then they
Yeah,
lost.
he's stopped.
Yeah, he's stuck.
That's our profit margin.
That's
gone
us
for the
gone.
year. I can't
Blame
believe
Ian Clark for stopping climbing the ladder. We're going
Yeah.
to do a special Christmas version of Climbing the Ladder. Now watch out for that coming up for Christmas. We've only got 6 months to go for that.
I
Time is we save up, Eddie.
I didn't even know it was happening. Right. So look, guys, we have come to that point in the show where...
Oh, you gave me a little bit extra more time today.
Yes, we have. Steve...
I'm wobbling. Oh, no, somebody phoned me. Somebody sent me a message. What's happening with the boy?
Oh, the kids.
The kid. Well, I've been so busy this morning and I can't figure it out because something happened last night. Firstly, you know the submarine I told you about from Canada?
Yeah.
They can't use it.
Why?
No license.
How can you not have a license?
They don't have a license to do it in European waters. They have to apply to Europe, to Brussels for the special license. You couldn't make it up, could you? So I spoke to the person. It's really Canadian government. They said, no, it's a European certificate. They don't have it to do it. They've only got things like to film. They don't have a license to search. It's two completely different things. As if you need a license if you're going to go and search for treasure in boats, etc.
Oh, who's going to stop you down there?
I don't know. Well, they're not doing it.
Have they got like submarine police going?
Could
Woo,
do.
woo, woo.
Surprise right here. So anyway, the
Oh,
good news is the
give us
original
your
boat.
documents.
The original boat's still there, Eddie.
Yeah.
That's still there. And there was a hell of a lot of activity yesterday. Unbelievable activity. The solar submarine was down, it went up, it went down, and it went down. They've got something, and the rumour had coming out from the press office, my friends, says they're waiting till night time. They're bringing it up. Whatever was down there yesterday, they're bringing it up last night so the press couldn't see what it was. And rumours were starting to go around the town, Santa Cruz, very quickly that it's him.
Really?
They've got him. But nothing's been released yet, obviously. But that was the story last night, about 11 o'clock at night, coming direct from Santa Cruz. The police moving the press further back, and they had something on that boat. They wanted to bring it in at night time. The experts are saying, very, very sadly, they will never find the other little girl, the 1-year-old. Because they checked the forensics of the second bag area, and they think the pressure opened up the bag. Oh, this is a little baby, 1-year-old, and she's come out, and obviously nature, whatever, you know, it's also they'll never find it, unfortunately. But the big find is him. They've got him, and as soon as they find him, that's it. Case closed, isn't it? We all know that's it. But that's the story from 11 o'clock last night. That they in the triangle. Only 3 kilometres away from where they found the 6-year-old girl, the other daughter.
Yeah.
3 kilometres away, so it's not that far.
It's still so very sad, isn't it?
Very, very, very sad. And the other sad thing about it, Eddie, can I tell you this very quickly? Where the mother lives, you won't believe this, where the mother lives, she's been sitting on the balcony, she can see the boat.
Oh, no.
Yeah. She's right outside her balcony in her house in Santa Cruz. She can actually see the activity, what's going on. That must be horrendous.
Oh, no, that's terrible.
It's one of the saddest stories we've ever had in Canary. We've had a few sad missing people in Gran Canaria, Jeremy, and a few other sad stories. This has got to be, in my lifetime, 36 years here, 37 years, this is it, isn't it?
Yeah.
This will go down, sadly, in history, like the world's big aviation accident.
Yeah, it's for Tenerife. It's going to be a big story for many years to come.
For many years.
Right, you've got a strange subject. I don't understand.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
I have no clue.
Nobody knows what I talk about. My school teachers didn't know what I was talking about.
You told me something Billy Shovel or something.
It wasn't Billy Shovel. It was Colin Pickfork.
Colin Pickfork.
Is that his name?
I don't know.
Pitchfork. Colin Pitchfork. He's not some Indian from some... No. Colin Pitchfork, Eddie.
That's not a real name.
It is a real name.
No, it's not.
It is. He's in prison in England.
Really?
In Leicestershire.
Yeah.
Do you know what he did in the 1980s?
Oh, is this murderer guy?
He murdered 2 girls.
Yeah.
And they gave him life sentence, Eddie.
Yeah.
They gave him a life sentence.
Yes.
And he was up for parole, and the parole board says, we think he's safe to go out.
Yeah. Of course, they're always safe.
Have you ever heard anything so ridiculous?
I think I read this the other day.
Right. He's done what, 25 years? I don't know. 25 years he's done?
Yeah.
Murdering 2 young, innocent girls at 15. The judge gives him life. And he's only in his 60s. He did this crime when he was in his 20s, Eddie.
Yeah.
So, late 20s. So he's coming out. So the minister of whatever it is, he's saying, we're not having any of it. Bloody right, you're not having any of it. How can some judge give you life sentence, killing 2 innocent young girls at 15 years of age, and then you're going to be released 60 years old? 60 years old is young, Eddie.
Yeah, it is.
Of course he's got 20 years ahead of him. Nah, I'm not having that. That just shows you what the UK's got to. It's absolute disgrace. Chris was in the Scouts with... No way.
No way. Really?
That's a jaw dropper, isn't it?
Oh, Jane.
Oh! I thought you should come and hold me next time on yourself, Jane. I just seen that publicly.
Can't believe that.
Can't believe that. Chris!
Read that statement again.
Come on. Jane Baxter, who's half of Tovlandine, says Chris, her husband, married a long time, going to 2 weddings this year. Chris was in the Scouts with Colin Pitchfork. Exclusive.
I don't believe that.
Absolute exclusive.
Mind you,
What do you think, Jane, then? If Colin, your husband, Colin's a good friend. Oh, I mean, sorry, Chris is a very good friend of Colin. Do you think Colin should be released after spending such a short time of killing 2 young innocent girls?
No, I don't. I think a life for a life, mate. Sorry.
Oh, you're going back to that, the death penalty?
Yeah, no, I totally believe in it, mate. I think if you're prepared to take a life...
That's the easy way out.
It's not an easy way out.
I think we talked about this the last time, Eddie.
Yeah,
I want the UK prisons to be like Bolivia prisons.
Right, okay, listen to this.
And let them suffer.
Yeah, listen to this.
Let their teeth fall out, toothache, can't go to a dentist.
Yeah, you're talking about Billy Spade. Colin, what's his name?
Colin Pitchfork.
Did you read this week about the UK's most dangerous criminal is now being incarcerated in a glass cell at the bottom of, I think it's Wakeford Prison, I'm not sure. How much is that going to cost the taxpayer to look after him, basically?
Doesn't matter.
It does matter. He's committed at least 4 murders while he's been inside the prison. The one guy,
let him suffer.
He shoved a fork that far into his ear, it lodged in his brain. Right, and that's violence completely, and they're just going to incarcerate him in a glass box now. How much is that going to cost?
I know, and I see where you're coming from, Eddie, but the problem is the prisons in the UK are wrong. The prisons in the UK should be like South American prisons like Bali, Thailand, Indonesia, places. They should suffer when they're in there. There's no doctors, no food, no dentist. You're flung in a cell full of rats and shite. Am I allowed to say that?
No.
Let them suffer, Eddie. They're not suffering in prison. That's the problem in the United Kingdom. Suffer. When they're in these prisons, right? I visited a prison in Thailand, the Bangkok Hilton. People in these prisons want to die. They wish there was a death penalty. They want to die. They want the easy way out. They are suffering, Eddie. You don't know what it's like to lie in a cell made for like 12 people. And there's like 60 people in the cell sleeping on top of each other, rats running over you, people dying of HIV, people dying of all sorts of diseases. Imagine, you know, when you get toothache, it's painful, isn't it? So imagine being in one of these prisons having toothache. There's no dentist. You got to pull it out.
Can I just say that wouldn't exist if you just executed them?
But that's the easy way out, Eddie.
No.
Speak to these people, right? Speak to these people who's been in these prisons in South America or wherever, Indonesia. They will tell you, I wish they would have killed me.
Aye.
I wish they would have shot me or given me a lethal injection because the pain they went through for 30 years while they were in there.
Yeah,
and that was only for shoplifting.
Jane was saying that this Colin Pitchfork, he was found out by the first use of DNA.
That's right, he was. That's that. Jane, well done, he certainly was.
Mind you, Holly and I, we used to do the cross-channel ferries, entertaining. And we met this lovely chap. I'm not going to mention his name just in case there's any.
You mention his name now. Go on. You might as well tell us. There's only 6 of us here.
But when we left the ship, we were still in touch with people on board the ship, and they came in and arrested the piano player for a historic rape, right? And they found him through DNA years and years later.
Piano.
Yeah.
We had a case here, Eddie. Once again, not mentioning any names, protect the innocent. But the man, what about the man over here? Paedophile, living in Tenerife.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Bartok, because he didn't have a passport, did he?
No.
And somebody told him in a bar, you're all right. After 10 years, they don't look for you anymore. They dropped the case. 10-year window.
I found him.
You know, what did he do, Eddie? The lunatic. I'm not saying his name. The lunatic. You know what he did? He applied for a new passport for the British government. Interpol flew down from Madrid, knocked on his door. He thought it was He thought it was his passport, new passport. Arrested him. Don't mention any names, but that's how you get caught.
Yeah.
You know, if you're wanted, they're going to get you.
He did a bit of work for me at one stage.
Oh, it doesn't surprise me, Eddie.
Oh, no. You're trying to make out now that I'm mixed with the lowlife.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
Jane says, we have to get this, we have to get this out. Jane Baxter is saying, her husband Christopher, they weren't close.
No.
They weren't close.
Just knew.
They just knew each other.
Well, I was the same.
Grew up together. Went to the same scouts together.
I was the same.
And he was the best man at the wedding. No, he wasn't. He wasn't.
Well, I was the same, you know. I was reading the Daily Mirror, of all things, one day, and this thing came up. UK's 37 most wanted criminals. And I don't know what, I was looking through it.
Any names we know?
Yeah, one guy that I went to school with, I used to go around. I sent the article to my sister, and she's like, no way. But a kid we went to school with, he was one of the UK's top drug dealers and everything.
This is private. Coming from Birmingham, Black Country, you're second next to Liverpool. I'm just saying that for criminals.
Well,
that's why we don't have a lot of prisons in Scotland. Very, very few prisons. We've got more nursing homes than prisons. In England, you get more prisons than nursing homes, Eddie. It's a fact.
See,
Say no more.
It just proves that in Scotland,
and Tracy's agreeing with
execution works. Easily.
No, we send them to England.
Yeah, or Australia.
We extradite them. That was years ago. We extradite them to England, but they all lived happily ever after.
Well, guys, I have Absolute. Oh, Bob does me something.
Bob, I'm going to get you some.
We're going to come in next week.
Yeah, I've got loads. I grow onions.
No, listen, you don't understand the significance. I used to work.
Is this a joke?
No, I used to work at the Bell Tenerife, and Bob, even then he was into big onions, and Bob and I have got photographs of me and him with big onions. I'll find one out.
No, I've got onions. Rob, I'll bring you two down next week. I grow onions in my garden.
They're great.
Lovely.
Oh, great.
And that's the nice thing this weekend in the chicken shack. People have mentioned it in my salad. Oh, run out of time.
Yeah.
Fresh carrots from my garden, grated over the salad this week, and also beautiful, beautiful tomatoes from the farm.
Great. Listen, it's been wonderful. We've exhausted an hour.
What's
so
your subject
quickly.
today? What was your subject?
Oh, I didn't get one.
You
Did
didn't
you?
get one? No, I didn't. It was
No,
awful.
I didn't.
It's been great, though,
Guys,
hasn't it?
I've not been Stevie from the Chicken
And
Shack.
I've not been Eddie Hastings in drag.
Oh, shut up. We'll see you next week. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
You've been watching the Multicoloured Talk Show with Steve Gerald and Eddie Hastings.
I don't understand.
For season 3.
That is awesome.
Don't forget to subscribe, like us, and set your notifications.
God help us all.